IF, it's Friday, and of course, is Happy Hour. This is Kakaki Social, and I'm Onosho Rena Obozige. So this is me, first off, thanking you so much for yesterday on the occasion of my birthday, your wishes, your calls, text messages, the posts, and most definitely the gift. Thank you. Even though some of you resorted to calling me Process Baby because the day of rage started on my birthday, but like my Father in heaven, I forgive you. So yeah, thank you once again. Now, talking about days of rage, it started yesterday in Nigeria, and all things being equal, it would last till August 10. That's for a period of 10 days. So here in Abuja, protesters refused to stay where they were confined to by the court, and very soon they were everywhere in the city making their demands known, which was, summarily end bad governance with all the demands that they have. So in this clip that we'll be seeing, 2 minutes 46 seconds, I was able to merge most of the clips or interesting clips for your viewing pleasure. And in it, you will see protesters, anti-protesters, people who were protesting for reasons they were not even aware of, and just like that. And we also have people defending the government and all of that. So just see the video before we come back for more stories.
So why we say that no protest? We come to make him to know that we don't need protest. We need peace in this country. Make him consider all that things are very rough with us.
Thank you. So we're also going to be talking to one of the protesters who
Most of
the politicians have seen that this thing is real and they are running out of the country, right? Because politicians in their convoy running away.
I pay my lane, you put out for my
live from Abuja. The helicopter they use live from Abuja.
Today we go take guide Nigeria. Hey. Work no day, money no day, everything is hard. See common garri now, 1 cup of garri now is 200 naira.
But if you say you dey hungry, why you can't say no protest?
It's because of the 5,000.
It's because of the 5,000 naira they give to us this morning.
Yes.
It's not in our mind to say no protest.
Yes.
So who be the person who mobilize them?
We don't know them. They come with 3 vehicles this morning in our area, telling us to follow them. They will give us 5,000. We should say no to protest. But we are not in support of that because we are hungry for now.
This suffering is too much. This suffering is too much. Tinubu must die. Tinubu, you must die.
There's a man never see for our job. What's a month now? You can see him complaining, the cost is complaining.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights.
During Buhari regime, I take 6 bottles of beer every day. But now, since the emergence of this new regime now, I hardly take a bottle of Coke.
Before the 3 lele they eat, now I eat 12 and then they shake me, they do 12 lele they shake me. They should tell us what happened to lele. Let them fix fuel and lele. That's the reason why I'm here. Fuel and lele.
Loi is his business, and that's on period. Now, if you are too touched to know what loi is, it definitely means fufu. And if fufu, too sophisticated for that too, is akpu. And if all of those synonyms are also, too low for you, you need to use your Google Assistant. Just go there and say, what is loi or what is fufu? And that is it right there. So let's take some pictures, because right now it's looking like some pictures are definitely going to be archived from the day one protest. We could just maintain that of the first one, where we saw that young lad right there, apparently in the moving hillocks of security operatives. But look at this mama bearing this pot right there. If we could have a full picture of her so that the pot can be showing better. Okay. And then religious tolerance. We were told that this is in Maiduguri where protesters, it was time for the Muslim brethren to pray, and they had to pray with the security of Christian folks. More reactions and more stories. This sister is angry that this government has made her unmarried at 37 years. And she says, now because of bad government, I never see husband. So please, government in power, we need to marry. Stop making it difficult. Sincerely, nobody knows her story. It could have been that a relationship ended because it was too hard to meet up. And when you say leave the house as a single Pringle, this is what they mean. Look at the achievement of Dami Foreign on the space of X. You know how you save people's number with the place you met just so you are able to swiftly remember them. Look at Kudi protest. Blessing protest, Muyin, Folake, Amaka Precious, all of these were his gains from the protest yesterday. He could save some numbers. Okay, let's have more stories from the same protest. You should have expected that. And now this is coming from Kano State, where the NCC building was hijacked by hoodlums yesterday, and the looting was just there. 4 pictures in what slide, please? And they were just there. And very soon, this soon became a case of APC versus APC, because definitely, you know that Nigeria's Minister of Communications, rather, Innovation and Digital Economy, that's Bosun Tijani, soon reacted to that looting, and he says, sad to learn that our Digital Innovation Park in Kano, slated for launch next week to support a technical talent accelerator, 3MTT, has been set ablaze and looted by protesters alongside 3MTT. This building is set to host a Build-a-thon holiday maker program for secondary school kids starting next week. A slight setback for our journey to deepening our workforce for technology while creating job opportunities for the youth. Millions of naira down the drain. His concern right there. So, for Ayo Bankole, it says that's literally what happens anywhere in the world where government abandons the fundamental needs of food, education, healthcare, and security. No project, no matter how fancy, will thrive nor be impactful in the face of a hungry citizenry. This government has been too insensitive to cries of hunger, #end bad governance. But then on the other side is Boy, who says, don't vandalize your own property. Whatever the government must have built is yours as a Nigerian. Stop destroying properties and facilities. So the place it became APC versus APC was at this point where Bashir Ahmed quoted. So quoting is reposting and adding your own caption to what someone has tweeted or posted on the space of X. Bashir Ahmed says he was responding to Bosun Tijani, and he says, I wanted to bring to your attention that the park has been completed for a few years, and to the best of my knowledge, it was commissioned by Minister Pantami in January 2023. That's the one he says it was slated for next week to be commissioned. And he says, however, it has not been put in use since then. I am confident that had the park been operational since its completion, the recent break-in and looting incident would have been avoided. It is worth noting that there are many similar buildings around, none of which have been broken into. Also reminding Bashir is Raymond, who brought back a post of January 12, 2012 rather, where it was Occupy Nigeria, and where Bashir had tweeted at that time, Occupy Nigeria, 65 naira or continue protest, not peaceful, and then civil war. Apparently he was advocating for a change of regime because Jonathan was not pleasing or leading well at the time. So Raymond was quick to remind him, this one for your attention. Also, you need to go back to 2012. And it looks like WhatsApp is leaving Nigeria in no time. And this is because a fine of $220 million has been imposed on them by FCCPC, that's Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, for breaching the rights and privacy of Nigerians, that's the users in Nigeria. So they're saying on the space of X, so WhatsApp raised the alarm yesterday and FCCPC has reacted. It says the commission found that Meta parties engaged in multiple, of course, you know that Meta is the parent company for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So Meta right there. all of those things are just children. And it says that Meta parties engaged in multiple and repeated infringement of the FCCPA and the NDPR. These infringements included denying Nigerians the right to control their personal data, transferring and sharing Nigerian user data without authorization, discriminating against Nigerian users compared to users in other jurisdictions, and abusing their dominant market position by forcing unfair privacy policies. So that's the case and their offense right there. So let's just go. This is still FCCP. Let's take reactions at this point. So they would be paying $220 million, as I noted. Please, let's just take reactions because this is FFCCP still talking. This user on X, BioDrizzy, says, this should not be a priority. You people failed to sanction MultiChoice for the hike in price, failed to sanction MTN and the likes. You even failed to regulate prices of commodities we consume within the country. But this is your priority now. Size, anything for the money. Wake Up says, too much story. NIN of the man in charge can be bought for a measly 100 naira, but now for WhatsApp pocket, una I day. And Black Scene of Africa says, I stand with FCCPC. Meta parties can pack and go. Vibrant Nigerians will develop a better app in a jiffy. Please don't be pressured to consider otherwise. Apparently, light will not be a problem for Nigeria tech bros and girls. Odiaka says government should engage Nigerians on the level of each person's breach and compensated accordingly. That way, Nigerians would be carried along, not for government to use Nigerians' data privacy to obtain $200 million, and our politicians would end up stealing it through back doors, and is advocating for Telegram right there. So, yeah, for our final story for the day, the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, is saying that a sitting senator is supporting or sponsoring protests against the sitting government of the day. So he's called on the senator's colleagues to say that you need to investigate your colleague and know why in the world he or she, because the name is not mentioned, is sponsoring protesters against the government. So let's take a listen before we call it a day.
Contingencies will not allow every protester, please go to the Moshood Abiola cell and do your protest. Now, we also have intelligence that a senator have to invite some security agencies to lead some of them to go and provide food to the protesters. That is sponsorship. A senator provide.
Okay, so that's Wike right there. Will the senators be investigating who it is amongst them that is sponsoring protests? But people have also argued. So we saw police in the clips that I showed you sharing water to protesters to help them stay fit. Would we also be saying that because they gave out water to protesters, they